Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Leadership Power Paradigms webinar series. This is Bill Thomas, your host and presenter for today's episode. And I want to welcome each and every one of you to this episode. And while we're just waiting those last few seconds before we begin, I just want to make sure that everybody's here on board and ready to go. So, um, with all of that housekeeping stuff taken care of, I'm going to begin the presentation in just a quick second. Let's see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. This is Bill Thomas, your host and presenter for today's episode. In these 14 or so minutes of our time together, you will see how you can use beauty, finesse, and performances to discipline your actions and produce multiple works of artistic masterpieces through your leadership power, abilities, strengths, and insights. So let us begin our journey. When David was still a shepherd of his family's sheep, he wrote this song to worship and praise God and to acknowledge and accept the supreme leadership of God in his life. Even though David did not really understand the nature of God, David still called the workings, character traits, and even the dwelling places of God things of beauty and goodness. David saw the many qualities and attributes of God as things of delight, pleasure, goodness, kindness, and grace. Do you hope your own leadership is seen by other people as a thing of beauty? Before leaders can finesse and become an agent of finesse, we should examine our own impacts and effects. Are strong, how strong or developed are your skills, your performances, or activities? Do you find it difficult or smooth and easy when it's time to handle complex challenges or the forces of chaos or unresolved employee problems? What strategies, techniques, or devices serve you well whenever you deal with uncertainty, volatility, or ambiguity? Please pay special attention to the fact that even artistic endeavors demand a high level of discipline, rigor, and focused attention to detail. As we dig deeper in our explorations of the evolutionary progression which takes us from beauty to finessing to performance excellence, and if we ever hope to practice and master the true art of leadership, we must always view the world, talk about the world, and purposefully interact with the world just like artists do. Existence suggests formed, solid, or completely static and stabilized energy. Life means vibrant, vitality, or vital and vivaciousness, where energy flows, peaks, and brightens the landscape. In performing your leadership duties and tasks, you should ask yourself, does your leadership power look like those bright, colorful, pulsating northern lights? Or do your employees think your leadership performances look and feel heavy, cold, and dark like that snowy mountain range or those very tiny dots of distant lights? Dictionary.com defines any person, place, or thing that we believe has beauty as having, quote, the quality present in that place or thing or person that gives intense pleasure or deep satisfaction to our mind, whether that pleasure or satisfaction comes from any sensory manifestations such as the shape, color, sound, smell, etc., or if that feeling of satisfaction or pleasure comes from a meaningful design or pattern, Or if we find our pleasure or satisfaction in something else, such as a personality, phenomena, or deity in which high spiritual or moral qualities are manifest, unquote. For example, some of the dreams of beauty that leaders can believe in should include our philosophical purposes, our vision statements, our strategic plans and strategic intentions, our daily and meeting agendas of priorities, our innovation and problem solving processes, our communications of meanings, our coaching or investigating skills. Professor Vonderfer explains that Hofmeier described living systems as consisting of biosemiotic understanding, meaning, and significance, and that these aspects cannot be outsourced to a location in the brain or to the psyche. Rather, these items form the semiotic body, which is a dynamical body existing as a communicative interrelationness on the surfaces of surrounding cells, tissues, and organs in the body, as well as the body itself as a unity in the larger social play that it is a part of. In a word, Hofmeier sees all living systems as displaying four distinctive forms of agency, where an agency can be an ability, a force, or capacity. In a word, any one of your four forms of agency gives you the resources you need to finesse and act, handle things, or perform in that subtle and delicate manner. And John Dewey agrees that knowledge, too, is a product of art and not vice versa. Therefore, according to John Dewey, anyone who perceives aesthetically will create an experience of which the intrinsic subject matter, the substance, is new. In the seat of that most spectacular property of living systems, which we may call agency, which includes the capacity of living or social systems to incorporate spatial events into the project of their own temporal continuation, we observe how one, living creatures are self-referential or philosophical agencies. Two, they have a history or a moral agency. Three, they react selectively to their surroundings, such as a sociological agency. And four, they participate in the evolutionary incorporation of the present in the future as a structural agency. This is why leaders can employ extreme delicacy or subtlety in their acts, performances, skills, taste, or in handling difficult or highly sensitive situations or artfully manage their circumstances. The leadership case model is a disciplined applications of actions. You have to appreciate that the leadership case model is that disciplined application of actions. You will see that these case actions should consist of all four dimensions of every human activity, which consist of actions on, which are physically based actions, actions with, which are mentally or intellectually based actions, actions for, which are emotionally, psychologically, or spiritually based, and actions towards, which are developmentally oriented or future focused activities. In the leadership case model, leaders are comparators who assess or analyze the similarities or differences, and if so, you should ask yourself why there is a disconnect between those operating results or states and your goals. Comparators conduct leadership or organizational performance audits, which are contrasted against and compared with their strategic and action plans, where your metrics are always actionable, accessible, and auditable. In the leadership case model, leaders are activators who find themselves manifesting elements of authority for guidance, direction, control, or correction. This is where and how you integrate and incorporate your ensigns of command. Those ensigns of command include such things as your words, gestures, models, or diagrams with your strategies or your strategic plans. Notice how the structural elements of authority reflect all four types of agency discussed earlier. In the leadership case model, leaders are selectors who evaluate, discriminate, or catalog information sources as background or constant noise, irrelevant or relevant and useful, such as information intensifying fields, that is, pouring out facts, figures, fictions, or fantasies and features, or knowledge energizing forces for assembling useful, relevant inroads, insights, and solutions, or innovation enabling factors applying unique discoveries or artifacts to create and shape new configurations. In the leadership case model, leaders are expediters, where you are facilitating or enabling elegantly delightful processes for fruitful assemblies, nutritious catalysts, and blossoming progressions of your ecological and ecosystemic energy processes, which are the information based, life giving, life sustaining, life replicating, or life consuming elements found in all social activities, social interactions, and social exchanges. Your leadership power, abilities, strengths, and insights can and should be used to finesse and develop and deliver various types of artistic masterpieces for the enrichment, enjoyment, and encouragement of your employees. Your master works could include things of beauty like inspirational missions or philosophical purposes, vivid images and elegant models of your visionary aspirations, structurally sound and effectively distinctive strategic intentions or strategic plans, and socially edifying interactions and culturally harmonious conversations. To incorporate beauty into and majestically finesse your leadership performances, you can use disciplined activities like the case model, the agency model, or other systems, formulas, or programs. Just remember this: the art of leadership uses finesse to produce performances of beauty. This ends today's lesson. You are looking at the catalog of materials, training, and coaching support which are featured in my Leadership Power Paradigms Producer Tools program. You can see that this program is designed to dramatically improve your leadership performances and use your leadership strengths to comprehensively empower the achievements of your people. Right now, this program is available to you at my lowest possible price, so I urge you to visit the webpage at www.one-iam.com/LPP-tools, or click on the Enroll and Get Started Now button that you see on the right hand side of your screen. And if you like what you read on that page, go ahead and get going now. Don't forget, there is my famous no questions asked, no risk to you 30-day money back guarantee for this program. So you really have nothing to lose by enrolling now in this awesome educational program. And while you're looking through that, and when you click on that button, by the way, um, you will be taken to it'll open up a new web browser tab or web browser window. depending on your browser, of course. But you won't lose me at this point in time. And while you're looking at that, I'm going to I'm going to give you the two links. If you look in the chat area, you'll see the two links to the two bonus gifts that we have for you today as well. The first bonus gift is called the 5 Leadership Uplifter Tasks. It's an infographic. It is in PDF format, so it's easily read by any sort of computing device. Um, and I strongly encourage you to download that PDF document and print it out. It's just a single page so that you can put that printed out and put it on your desk and refer to it as you go through your day. And I think you'll find that you'll find ways to perform one or more of those tasks in each of your leadership actions. So that's a nice little guideline for you. It's sort of a cheat sheet, if you will, in infographic form. And the second gift that I have for you is the 8-page Words with Wisdom paper. And in there, you'll find a number of the principles and tips and strategies and other ideas that we discussed today in today's episode of Leadership Power Paradigms, as well as in some of our previous episodes as well. So that's something that can help you as well as you read through that. And that also is a PDF document. So both of those things are PDFs, so they're easily read and downloaded to your computer and stuff, and you can read through them or print them out as you wish. And as you're looking through that, once again, I'll strongly encourage each and every one of you to click on the Enroll and Get Started Now button that you see on the right-hand side of your screen and read through and learn more about the Leadership Power Paradigms Producer Tools program. And like I said, that will take you to that will open up a new web browser window or tab so that you won't lose anything there. And as you're looking through that, I'm also going to just remind those of you who watch this particular episode on the replay recording. On the right-hand side, you'll see a question area. And if you wish to type out a question or a comment or some other thing concerning leadership, you can use that. All you need to do is to type in your question or your comment and click on the email now, and it will automatically email me with your question and comment. And of course, it will already include your name and your email address because my system knows that, okay, that was you who sent out the question or comment. And so what I always do is I read through those and I then reply to each and every one of them. If you would like to discuss your question or comment with me, then I would suggest that you also include your phone number. If you're located in the United States or Canada, please include your phone number along with your question or comment, and I will give you a call. And if you're located outside of the US or Canada, then include your Skype ID. I use Skype pretty extensively because it's a great little program. It's free for people to communicate Skype to Skype. That's a free call as far as anybody's concerned. So it doesn't cost you anything. And I would strongly urge and encourage each and every one of you to include your Skype ID anyway, because that way, if I find that I've tried to explain something or we discuss something of interest to you for leadership, I can also many times will include another paper or an article that further discusses whatever we were talking about. Sometimes I'll even send you some sort of image or something that you can use to say, oh yeah, that's the progression, or that's how those concepts connect with each other and stuff. So that's a much better way of communicating with me. But anyway, in any regard or any sense, you are strongly urged to use that question area if you are watching the replay recording. So I'm looking at what's here on the live chat, and I don't see anything coming through. So I'm going to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today. This is Bill Thomas. God bless you, and Godspeed to you all. And I wish you all the very best of success in all of your leadership endeavors. Uh, this is Bill Thomas, your host and presenter for this episode of Leadership Power Paradigms. I look forward to seeing you in future episodes. Take care and be well.